fix me. I'm broken. You can fix me. I'm broken.
Welcome to Christianity 101. I'm Kat Lee. Week 2! Yay! Topic for this week. But isn't the church horrible? Yeah, I've heard that too. I've unfortunately even seen it in action. There can be no denying that the church has done a lot of horrible things in God's name. From the Crusades and the Spanish Inquisition to the modern day shunning of people who didn't fit a certain mold. The church has a lot to answer for. There are a couple things that we need to get straight, though. First, there are 2 definitions for church. The first is probably what you're thinking. The first is an institution that is set up and designed by men who, even though they may be trying to do God's will, they're fallible. Remember religion versus relationship? The same applies here. People easily get caught in the trap of tradition and ritual and lose sight of why the church is supposed to exist. The church is not only a place to edify and instruct believers, but also to welcome and embrace seekers. Sometimes the latter gets lost in the day-to-day business of running an organization. The second definition is the most important. It's the one we need to focus on in order to gain perspective and correct focus. The church, capital C, is simply the followers of Christ. When you accept Christ into your life, a part of God, the Holy Spirit, literally becomes part of you. This connects you to other believers and helps as you go forward in your relationship with God. It also allows you to effectively share God with others. You become the church. It's not the building that matters. It's you, the believer, who is able to make the most difference in someone else's life. So, yes, there are a lot of nasty things that are done in God's name, but that's not what we're supposed to be doing. When I see hatred of any kind done under the banner of Christianity, it literally angers me because that's not Christianity. In Matthew 22, Jesus told us to do 2 things in our effort to serve God. 1, love God, and 2, love others as much as we love ourselves. Anyone doing anything else is doing so out of their own feelings, not because God is telling them to do it. If you judge Christians by this rule of thumb, you should be able to see the differences pretty easily and be able to recognize the hatred for what it is. God is love, and his outreach will be nothing else. Thank you so much for listening. Hope to see you next week.